I never liked M&Ms that much, but at some point they brought back M&Ms minis in the tiny little tube, the plastic tube, the one that perfectly fits quarters, that one. And I was like, oh my God. And I bought the little thing. The nostalgia got me. I tried them. I was like, these are disgusting. They're I didn't like them, but they didn't taste like what I remembered. They weren't super far off, but they just weren't right. You know, laundry coin container. I used to have those for the laundry coins and for the tolls. Do you remember driving through a toll booth and throwing coins into the giant funnel? Oh, I loved that. I'd always be like, I want to do it. And then I grab the coins and boom, just try to dunk them in the funnel. Boom. Oh, loved that. The tolls also used to be something you just pay with some coins because they were that cheap. Crazy to think. I'd be going across the Verrazano Bridge. My mom would be like, get the tube of coins. We're going to hit the toll booth. And I'd be like, okay. And pop it open. She's like, count it out. It's $2.25. It's $2.25. You know, whatever the f it was. I think it was even cheaper. I remember it being under $1 at some point. I'd be shaking the coins out and be like, all right. She'd be like, throw it in. Roll down the window, you know, roll it down, throw them in, boom. Now tolls are like $3 to $5. Aren't tolls like $5? Do you know what the Verrazano Bridge toll is now? It's $7.50. And the thing is, residents with the Easy Pass. That's with the Easy Pass, and assuming you're like a New York resident, you have the New York Easy Pass. Or any of the tri-state, they all do that. If you don't have it, it's like $15 or something. It's crazy. For non-Easy Pass, maybe it's like $12 or $13, but it's well over 10. Crazy. Insane. What is an Easy Pass? When you do tolls in the US, meaning you're driving and there's a toll booth that you're going through and you have to pay to enter or leave that road or just pass through. An Easy Pass is a little scannable thing that you can just like stick on the inside of your windshield. And when you go through those booths, instead of handing money into the toll, it will just take it out of a digital account. And owning the Easy Pass often gives you a cheaper rate. So if you live in an area and you have an Easy Pass, usually you just get a much bigger discount. And it's convenient because you can just go through the toll booth. It just scans it and goes, yep, Easy Pass, boom, go. And it doesn't like be like, okay, now here's how much this is. Now you have to pay it, you know. But yeah, Easy Pass is good. It's a just more convenient way to do road tolls because a lot of in general there are toll roads, but especially interstates, any road where you're going across state lines, you tend to pay a lot of tolls on, and that is just, it's just a big deal. That's to pay for the roads. Yeah, because especially like New York, New Jersey is a good example because these roads get so much use that you need to pay a lot of money to maintain them. I do think they take too much still, but you need to pay to maintain them. But there's also a lot of people from out of state that use them. So the Verrazano Bridge, it goes between Staten Island and Brooklyn, two boroughs of New York City. So if you live in New York and you work in New York, you have state tax that goes to New York State, and some of that money will get used to fix the Verrazano Bridge when it needs it, right? But there are so many people who live in New Jersey, a different state, that drive not that far over Staten Island and cross the Verrazano Bridge into Brooklyn and work there. And they go back and forth every day on that bridge. But if they're paying New Jersey taxes, those state taxes from New Jersey are not going into New York to pay for a New York bridge. So that's why you've got a toll booth. So people are paying based off of usage instead of just the people in the area getting taxed for it, and that's it. So in the US, because of state line crossing and people from other state lines using certain roads, etc., that's why you have a lot of toll booths. It's a big way to make sure that you're charging people off of usage more than just charging every resident in the area, and that's it.